It is time to review my second favorite movie of Sundance 2024. It's What's Inside. The movie marks Greg Jardin's feature directorial debut. It's about a group of friends who get together for a pre-wedding party. When an estranged member of that group shows up with a mysterious suitcase, their party turns into an existential nightmare. The first thing I will tell you about It's What's Inside is that synopsis that I just gave you is a very, very spoiler-free synopsis. I'm obviously not going to go any further than that, but I do want you to know that this movie rocks a high concept that I thought was very, very smart and entertaining, and also extremely well executed in every respect. A high concept that is riveting to watch unfold in the film itself. And it's also got an effect that I tend to really appreciate in films. It leaves you wondering, what might I do in that situation? Again, dancing around spoilers here, I'll further emphasize this is not an easy idea to pull off on screen in any respect. I very rarely reference interviews in reviews, mainly because I always make a point to record the review before the interview, but film festival scheduling can be hard. And also, I thought Jardin explained this really succinctly and clearly. He emphasized the difference between good confusion and bad confusion in movies, and in my personal opinion at least, It's What's Inside is the best kind of good confusion. The puzzling nature of the idea is appropriately disorienting, and it inspires you to lean in and engage with the material. And then once you've got your bearings a bit and you have a better understanding of how the puzzle pieces can move around on the game board, it adds a whole new layer to the experience. I have a feeling you could probably tell at this point, but I very quickly became obsessed with the It's What's Inside concept, and it left me in a position where I just can't wait to watch, rewatch, and overanalyze every element of this movie. Going back to Jardin briefly, again, this is a storytelling feat. I am so impressed by how he structured this script, and then when you hit the set, he uses these visual techniques that just so well enhance certain aspects of this concept. I was very impressed by how he executed this, and then of course the cast is exceptional as well. I have to imagine these types of performance challenges are a thrill for an actor to tackle, but it's gotta come with a significant amount of pressure too, because if they don't nail these roles, this movie just plain old doesn't work. But of course, they soar with these characters and really excel with the uniquely challenging acting gymnastics that this movie demands. And not only does that well support the concept, but it also does something else that I really appreciate seeing in any ensemble film. It ensures that none of the main characters get lost in the mix. Every single main player in this scenario is memorable and feels whole, and that is not an easy thing to achieve with 103 minutes. Now, score time. I am giving It's What's Inside 4.5 Deweys out of 5 on the Dewey Desta movie scale. I am totally hooked on this movie and was beyond thrilled to see it score one of the biggest sales at Sundance 2024. It sold to Netflix for $17 million. Because some of you have asked, yes, I am a little bummed that it's not going to get a theatrical release, but one, that sale is absolutely enormous for this movie, and also the fact that it's going over to Netflix means it's going to have a really wide audience, both things that the movie itself it deserves, and both things that could and should help Jardin and the cast of this movie continue to soar in this business. I cannot wait for all of you to see It's What's Inside so we could talk about the details even more. You can bet I am going to be covering this one nonstop.